All right, there we go. We should have our camera settings working better now. I'm gonna also move my camera, I think, to this corner of the office just for a little bit better lighting, just for a little bit better atmosphere. Or I might just throw in the. I'm gonna see if I can throw on the real camera where you guys can see everything a little bit better. So just give me a minute or two, and then we'll get this on the road. I'm excited to be here, guys. I hope you've been productive today. I hope today's been a efficient work day. As you can see, I've been hopping between different events, trying to get everything ready for you. So I clearly want to maximize the time that we're spending here, get as much done as possible, and then there we go. And then drive value to our community. I hope you guys do too. I'm gonna move my keyboard over here, and I'm gonna sit in my podcast setup. Let's press the interested button, of course. Yeah. So to everybody in my community, I think we're live on Instagram too. I think we're on every platform right now. But make an effort to join the Discord. Actually, get inside of the community, and then mark yourself as interested when these events come up, and then you can get in. So I did turn the events tab in Discord off for right now. I can see my live stream is still a little crooked right now, so I'm gonna fix that slightly. Give me a second, but I'm also going to be talking while I'm doing this. There we go. That looks a little bit better with our camera settings. Let me know if that becomes a problem for anybody or if it looks weird. But we're gonna try to do this every day as we lead up to the actual pre-sale phase beginning, right? So how it works, right? Like a snowball effect. We have that exponential growth. Every time we do a raid, an event like that, it's gonna drive more and more traffic. Every sale phase as well, we're going to start with very minimum, right? Just the 200 NFTs. It's going to be very exclusive for this first early list. You guys get to play the role in helping finalize the art. We're going to have placeholder art to begin with. That's just going to be something that holds the image on your token before you actually get your one of one token. So you guys get to help me finalize that stuff. You get to have a role in having exclusive first access to benefits down the road, depending on the order that you minted yours in. You also get a guaranteed profit if you want to turn around and sell these, because we'll be releasing the next phase, ideally around 0.08 to moving into 0.1 Ethereum with later drops. So if that sounds interesting at all, if you want to have guaranteed profit, if you want to get access to those benefits, this is the time for you guys to get in, to get active, and there's not much more I can tell you other than that. So I'm gonna share my screen here, and we're gonna open up the. I like to call this like the battlefield, right? This is my screen, and so we're gonna do all of our raid content in here. Obviously, in Discord, I'm gonna be checking the comments here for you guys. So get in, chat with me, get active, and we will be using this to kind of measure that. You guys might be asking, why don't we do it in Discord? Well, I mean, we could, right? It would be okay to do that, but we want to maximize outside conversion. We want to be able to bring in new people. To do that, right, I'm getting the access, in this case, of streaming in Discord, but also Rumble, YouTube, Instagram, X, Facebook, all of these platforms that help expand our reach. So in these early phases, we want to make as much use as possible about getting our free marketing out there and our free promotion. That's part of the raid too, is using the community, you guys, to help boost us. So play a role in that event, and actually help us battle our way forward. So again, we're going to go back to X again tonight. We're going to go, I think this time, to NFT calendars. I'm just going to look up the term NFT calendar, but I kind of want to start here tonight just because it's going to be more efficient to target bigger projects and target this hype degen space. Now, I'm trying to find a way to make it look a little bit better for my Instagram stream, by the way. If you are on Instagram, go to the link in my bio and just join the actual join the Discord, and then you can watch, or just join the Rumble itself. Either way, you guys are getting in on the movement. I have the link to join the Altura Society right inside of Instagram in my profile. So if it looks a little bit weird for you guys, it's not necessarily intended for you guys to be watching it there, but just do what you can and then follow the link. It'll guide you in very easily, and then we'll go from there. So I'm going to share my screen back up here. I know 7 p.m. may or may not be like great for all of you guys. So if there's a better time that you want to do this, if 8 p.m. Central works a little bit better for you guys, just drop it in the chat. Drop it in the poll that we'll probably put out. I'll probably drop some sort of informational poll just to question this, and just stay on the lookout for that information, because I want your guys' help in optimizing this schedule. If one of the mods, if you're watching this, feel free to just put out a poll right now in the chat, and we can get people's feedback on that stuff. But for now, let's get into it. So I want to start by working on collaborations. But to do that, I'm going to first bring up one of the biggest opportunities that we have here, which is in our announcements. So we just put this out today. We're going to be giving away one NFT for every collaboration you guys help us set up. So how that works is you guys need to find a Discord server on X, like I'm going to be doing right here. So literally just copy what I'm doing on this stream in a different server and a different opportunity, and we're going to give you guys an NFT. We're only going to give up to 20 of them away, but you guys could find 20 projects and get 20 NFTs. Make yourself tens of thousands of dollars or hundreds of thousands of dollars, and basically set yourself up in the long term by taking action early, right? There's that exponentially a high to low payoff the earlier you're involved in things like this. It's like me saying I'm going to give you 5 Bitcoins in 2008, which doesn't really mean anything. But then 10 years later, you're trading those in for $500,000 and you're set for life. So if you guys could see how Bitcoin could do it using nothing else but just global reach, we're going to have that and additionally drive insane value behind the scenes. So if you think that's unrealistic, look at Bitcoin and look at us, and I promise you, this is going to happen the same way. So I'm going to already show you guys. Let me go through the rest of this first. So if you find a server on X that has a Discord like we do right here, right? So there's like other NFT groups, like Skyline is one I showed you guys last time that you could hop in and promote, right? There's a bunch of different opportunities. Just shill us. Basically, that means just drop the link to our project, talk about our project, and try to get members in. But more importantly, try to reach out and see if somebody that's the owner or team member in these servers is open to do promotions or opportunities like that. So I could just go and say something like, hey, is anyone here an admin that would be interested in working out a promotion for our server? I don't know where the best place to work collabs would be. The shill zone just seems like a link drop. So I'm just basically, I guess they have a ticket thing right here. And I can also just drop that in the ticket channel too. But basically, you guys are going to find a server, and I'll show you how to do that in a second. But this is the second really step of this. You're going to go into one of these servers that's big on like Web3 and NFTs, and you're going to post a message and ideally open a ticket or get in touch with their team in some way, right? So sponsorship, right? There's an automatic category for that. That might be a good thing for us to add in our thing as well. It opened a ticket here. We're going to drop our question in here, and that's basically it, guys. We're gonna wait for them to respond and see if they're open to doing some sort of collaboration opportunity. If they say, hey, yeah, we'll promote your server if you give us NFTs or like a few whitelist spots, right, for that early access. We'll give you guys up to 20 for each server that you can hand out speaking on behalf of Altura to get people in and active before this project starts. So you guys can help literally grow our marketing, and we're going to give you an NFT, a whole NFT, not even just whitelist for the NFT. We're going to hand you an actual NFT into your crypto wallet, which again will be worth tens of thousands of dollars soon, for you guys to go and set that up for us and just find us the opportunity. You can then take whoever chats back with you and just drop the link to our Discord in there. and then get them to join our server and come down to the bottom of our server and open a ticket and just say, you want to create a ticket, and you could be the one to create the ticket and add their admin into our community, and we could discuss it with them there. But that's the best way you guys can obtain free value. Again, we're talking about thousands of dollars, if not tens or hundreds of thousands of dollars, looking at some of these other NFT projects. So by far the best, easiest, fastest way that's guaranteed to make money right now in the short term. If you guys are working on content clipping or editing videos or trying to close coaching clients, whatever it is, this is the faster, better way to make money this entire month. So drop everything else you're doing, focus just on this, set yourself up for probably a lifetime, and go all in. Because then you do it for a couple of weeks, you have 5 of our NFTs, and when they each hit $200,000 on the open market like Bored Apes do, you're a millionaire. And then you can go back and do all those other businesses from there too. But you did the work for a short sprint, and it paid you guys off exponentially. So that's the challenge. I'll go back again to make sure I covered everything in the announcements. But yeah, so we'll add the team. You mentioned that from whatever project you were in into the ticket. So again, when you open a ticket, let's say in this other server, and they respond to you, just explain what our project is, explain we're looking to give out free whitelist spots to their members as kind of just a free gift to promote us. And if they want to come in, you can start a ticket with us and add them in, or we can add them in, and we'll just work out the details. And then we'll give you an actual NFT. On Friday, we're going to mint the team NFTs to make sure everything's working, do one final check. And we'll actually have NFTs minted before the release. So we can give you a NFT before anybody else ever has one. That's probably one of the best, again, opportunities on the open market you're going to get to make money literally today. So go out and do that. But I'm going to show you exactly how we're going to start. So there's 2 ways to find collaboration opportunities. Anthony, obviously you should be watching this too. He's our collaboration guy. I have him in charge of finding projects. But I'm going to show you guys from a very basic point, since I'm also going to be rewarding you with NFTs, XP, all of that stuff to do it as well. This is the best, fastest, easiest way for you guys to lock in and to get that exposure. I think I'm going to push an ad. I could push an ad real quick for our live stream. I don't know if it would start promoting us immediately, but it would be interesting to do later after the fact. So that's interesting. If anybody, I see we have 5 viewers already on X. So if one of you guys are watching, feel free to drop a like and just comment something. It'd be cool if you guys can show me it's coming through clear. I can already kind of see that, but 2 ways. I'm going to start with the, in my opinion, easier way, and then we'll go to the harder way. The easier way is to go to NFT Calendar. So this is where they're dropping all of these projects. And where we're also listed. This is the biggest one. Obviously, it's the first one listed, except for this blog when I look up NFT Calendar. NFTcalendar.io. It's got the 2 biggest links up. So I'm going to click on their homepage. And as you guys can see, if you're watching in full screen, a lot of these are just pretty shitty NFT collections. Like this is a pixelated image. I don't know what's going on here. It's just kind of like an anime collection. There's not really a lot of utility other than just art, right? It says for people that want more than just a profile picture. So actually this one might not be, I'm not going to hate completely on it. They might have some utility there. But we're going to go open one of these collections. Before I actually do that real quick, I want to scroll down and show you guys that we should be on here soon. Upcoming, I think. Yeah, so if you scroll down enough, you see Altura. So we're already moving up the list. We're listed on the calendar. And people will start to find out about us and see us. And then obviously the day before our drop, we're going to be on today's drop. So people are going to start to get notified, see that publicly, and get ready for launch. You can see these all launch on the 23rd, so the day before October 1st, when we launch the whitelist. We'll be the ones that everybody's clicking on, right? And I think, yeah, we got only a few other. We got October 1st here, Moonboy, Monkey Business, and Altura. So we're going to be one of 3 collections listed that day. So obviously a bunch of traffic's going to flood into us, and people are going to be curious. We might update this image so it's an actual NFT and people can kind of see the art. But again, the art's not finalized yet. You guys have seen some of the previews of people wearing helmets. We have the general, artwork design blueprints up together, and I've showed you some of the graphics. But the fine tuning, right? Like what colors we use, what the backgrounds exactly look like. We'll hammer those out with the whitelist when you guys get in, so you can have that final say between like all the options we've came up with up to this point of what becomes the art. It really doesn't have to be locked in on the front end because we have a great designer who's animated for a Netflix level collection, and additionally, we want to basically just pick small things, right? It's just going to be voting on what colors are the pins, what accessories, things like that. We have plenty of time too, right? We're going to have a placeholder image anyway, taking the spot of your NFT until the mint's done. So you guys don't have to worry about like us rushing through that. All right, so sweet. So we're listed, and you can see all these other projects here. I'm going to go into somebody so they're minting tomorrow, which is kind of hard because they are probably not focused on like collaboration. So it's kind of a trade-off. I can look into these guys and drop a comment on any of the platforms you're watching on too. Let me see if I can pull up all of our platform comments, but there we go. So just drop a comment on whatever you're listening to or in the chat if you have questions. But I'm trying to think through this logically here as a marketer. If we reach out to these guys, they might have a great brand vision. It says, that we're more than just a profile picture, which is great because that's exactly what Altura is too. But again, if they're minting tomorrow, it might not be the best time to hit them up for a collaboration. I think honestly, we're better off hitting people that are already minting, so that way we can trade kind of memberships, and they already got the launch out of the way. And it'd be better too if we found a larger collection that had a lot of unique minters that we can kind of hit up. So this is a sweet way of doing it too. You can see Lotus Vault here. We want to find one with considerable progress and a lot of different minters. Blow John Away. This one looks pretty sweet. It's 679 unique people that have minted in this collection. So they have the marketplace URL. I don't know if that's their OpenSea collection, so you can go ahead and buy these. Looks like they're really, really low as a collection. So, total volume is 0.06 Ethereum. So they might have a bunch of unique owners, but there's not a lot of like value driving the actual floor price up. So probably not our best pick. I did like, again, the one I just mentioned before. This one's called Digital Slop, 1,284 unique owners. It is one of those profile picture ones, but looks like they're fairly active. So Anthony, again, my collaboration manager, again, great place that we recommend hitting up to everybody that's inside and outside. We could just go in here and reach out to them on X and say, hey, are you interested in working out a collaboration? We'll give away 20 spots to you to give to your members and drive insane value. You can give those out on behalf of us. We're willing to offer those to you for free. And we'll also we're also offering these promoters NFTs too. So that way it's not just straight payment. They have some sort of incentive to drive the value in. And it really doesn't cost them much other than them typing a few buttons on their computer and posting what we give them to be handed free value. So again, Anthony, that might be a good one for you to take down to post, but we're going to look for a couple other ones that actually have a Discord we can join, because if somebody's already signed up for Discord on one platform, then just moving them from one platform to the next is a lot more difficult than moving them between communities inside Discord. So I love this unique minters thing. It just shows how many people are involved and how active their community might be. This was a while ago, 13 August, but they probably would have a decently active community too. Marketplace URL. I'm looking for one that actually has, again, a community that we can join. So let's go back to the one I had before. Here's the Lotus Vault. I think that one was that one's the one that was really low. So we'll hit up Pepemon ETH. Okay, website. That's a start. And if we can get in their Discord, that's probably our easiest and fastest way to push investors inside. It's got this like Pokemon feel. I like how the cursor is Ethereum. That's kind of crazy. So it is on Ethereum blockchain, which is huge because that's that's what we use. So it's similar types of investors, and we're going to go down here and click on Discord. And it looks like they actually have an invite link, so that's huge. They got 576 members, so that is absolutely insane for us because they're on Ethereum. They have high activity. They have a bunch of the degen investors, and we only have 200 NFTs for sale, right? So they could all come in and buy one, and we'd be sold out easily. So those are the opportunities we're trying to chase down in terms of growing our project, that you guys could just find one of these like I am right now. Takes you 20 minutes. I just did it here, and I was talking too, so I kind of delayed that a little bit. But you can find one even faster than I can. Get in, start chatting, and then take action to get them in our server where we can chat out the details and run a promotion. And then we'll actually give you guys an NFT for doing that. So it looks like right here, here's the server up here. Verify your assets. So that's for people that aren't that are people that have already bought the NFT tokens. You can see all of the actual holders right there. And then looks like they were active around 2 p.m. So their main community outside of their holders community isn't as much active. But we could go in and go at moderators. Or another way to do it would be hit up the I don't know if the Elite Four are like the highest. Yeah, those are the people with the highest amount of NFTs. We'll probably have something like that in our community too, but we want to find the actual moderators. So usually they're people with some sort of unique tag that's relevant to the community. It could be these guys, but I'm looking for multiple things to give them away. They probably have different color usernames, and they also most likely have some sort of tag behind their name that says something related to this, like Pokemon or something like that. I can just scroll up too. It looks like we have a bunch of purple, green. That's a member. That's a server booster. So people are like active. Oh yeah, team. Here we go. So, hey Sasha. So I'll just go, hey Sasha. I run the Altura Society community. I'd love for our brands to do a collab. Would definitely, I'm just gonna say for now, would definitely shoot you guys between 20 to 30 free whitelist spots with some guaranteed upside if you want to trade recognition for our programs. Let me know. And I'm just going to drop a casual message sign off right there. I'll send that message right there, add them as a friend, and then additionally, it would actually help, guys, if you went in and added the same person. Like, you can raid these actual teams too. Somebody could come in and steal the deal from me. I don't really want to have to follow up on that deal. One of you guys could go and chase down that deal, and then we'll still pay you the NFT to go ahead and set that up. But you guys could join Pepemon Ethereum and take over, right? Looks like their team is more of the active people in here. They have some holders. It looks like their holders are in the Elite Four, so they're kind of the biggest holders that are more active. But I'm gonna also throw that in the chat. It's kind of just like, I'm just throwing it out there because why not? But that might just be setting us an opportunity up. There we go. So we just potentially set up a collaboration just from that. And yeah, okay. So we'll consider that like our first kind of raid. I want you guys ideally to have copied that behavior. So go to Pepemon, Pepemon ETH.fun, and you guys could join this similar collection. Heck, even like support them, go on their X and stuff. And then join their Discord. I'm going to go on X and actually drop a comment too, just because we could raid them as well. So Ethereum ETH _ Pepemon. Just go to their most recent post 16 hours ago or 14 hours ago here. It looks like they have stickers and merch and stuff. Shot you a message in Discord. Altura X Pepe Mon would be an awesome brand to brand collaboration. I'm just gonna let them know that I'm active, so you guys could just comment something too. Ideally, I didn't do this yet, but say hashtag Altura Raid in all of your posts, and if you guys just again screenshot you saying something on one of these accounts, the same ones that I'm doing ideally, and put it in the XP challenge chat, you guys are gonna get rewards, XP, push you up to better benefits inside of our community. If you guys have ideas for different I don't even know, like challenges or as well as XP benefits, things that you'd like to see offered in our community for leveling up, drop your tips, and we'll probably consider those and actually put them in, just because we're at an early stage of adding those benefits here. Let's just drop something simple like Altura was here. But yeah, so I'm gonna leave them be for now. I think I've annoyed them enough. We're gonna move X over because we can come back to that, but we're gonna go find another one of these collections. That's about as good as we can get for now. I'll check Discord and see if anybody responded. Hasn't really been active yet, but again, for all we know, we just kind of drove traffic into our community. Like somebody else in their community, doesn't even have to be a collab. They could have just seen my post in there, and then they could go join off that and get active in our space. So we also have, I'm trying to look for ones that the art style similar to as well. But you guys can drop, if you find anything on these different social platforms that would make a good opportunity for a project, drop it in. I'll go look it up either on the NFT calendar or X, and then we'll kind of come together and work on that opportunity. I do like Wondertail E1 has 125 unique holders. They're just not sold out. So the only issue is they don't have a lot of momentum, which kind of scares me. And they're unverified. So they're not like as legitimate as a project that would be. So we can't really rely that they're going to have considerable like value behind it. So we're looking for something that has very high sellout, right? Ideally high value too. This one only has 4 holders. So this one's close. Ethereum Miggles, 635 unique holders, and it's 83% minted. So that's really, really good to see. It doesn't even have to be what's the word I'm looking for? It doesn't have to be fully minted yet, because they might be in like they might have multiple phases. So just because it's not at 100% doesn't mean they're not planning on selling out. They might just be earlier in their process. So you can go to Twitter, for instance, and look at their Twitter account. Looks like they're the Gangster Apes. I wonder if this is like this might be one of those collections where this guy just drops NFTs for a living, and then, or it's just an independent guy that made this challenge. Apparently, he didn't care enough though to post his art as his profile picture and all that stuff too. So it's a little bit concerning, but I don't see a way to get in their actual Discord from here. So it's probably not going to be an opportunity that we can pursue right here. So I'm going to go back to NFT. We're going to go to upcoming, because that's going to be our biggest, hype driven ones. And then find some that are verified, ideally with considerable traffic. Okay, perfect. We got Robo Faces is verified. Discord. That's awesome. Okay. It's got 102 members. It's not a lot, right? We're at about 100. We have a little bit more than that. But it is better. It is, traffic, right? They have active members, and you can see that they have a different status there. So we're going to like that. Hopefully we get our roles from within. I don't know if we have to do a certain thing to get in. Maybe we have to like all of those, but we got links here. Okay. We got the chat right here. Okay, sweet. So 12:54 p.m. It doesn't look like they've been crazy active either, but I'm gonna I'm gonna look for a team member. Looks like these guys are early. It doesn't mean they're on the team though. Mod. Okay, mod. So I'm gonna go there. I don't know what this guy's name is, so I'm just gonna drop that link, add them as a friend, and we'll just keep our DMs open. But I'm gonna go back in there and I'm gonna put the links in my bio, in my profile as well. Don't want to spam the chat. There, I look polite, man. So therefore, guys, I just created 2 opportunities to get 2 NFTs, which again could be thousands of dollars a piece going into your account, that I'm just creating leads and opportunities. This is just a sales job, and you guys are getting insane commission by partaking in that. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and send this message. I don't know, maybe I should just drop the link too, but I think it's there's not a lot of other active members, so there's probably a better chance that they don't kick me if I actually, don't drop links and spam in there either. So that's good though. So we found an upcoming project that's still trying to grow, and we got inside of it. I'm looking for other art that's has that verified tag there that we could potentially. We have ours. Let's try to hit one that's minting the same day, because that might be a way to actually steal traffic. If they're like, yeah, I'm planning at this time to buy this collection, and art and all that stuff is better, we might have more of a reason for them to come in. So they got 163 members. You guys can see we're on par with a lot of these other NFT collections. We're kind of pushing similar numbers, so we don't have to worry too much at this point. Let's go to verify. I think we have to. Okay, there we go. So we just got access to everything. So we're gonna go to the main chat. Looks like the last time they chatted was a while ago. I'm just gonna drop the link in this one because I don't know. I feel like it's I feel like I won't get banned. We're gonna go back into our Discord and actually just copy a unique invite link. Let's just go there. Let's go there. There are people that are otherwise in here can see that. So let's do collabs. And then I want to find a way to, if anybody sees something I don't, find a way to push people inside. So I'm thinking it's open a ticket or about us collab. I don't like it doesn't really tell us how to. Yeah, it doesn't really tell us how to go about and actually do a collab. It's just they're posting their collaboration script. So mods, it might not be a bad idea for us to copy that strategy and to put like an about us or collab drop in there, so that way people that we do collabs with, you guys have like an easy template. I can kind of work on that too. It's not pressing, but we'll come up with something for those of you that are working on this promotion thing and pushing us forward and trying to get those opportunities open for us. So let's go to main chat. We're just gonna, I already dropped that in there. Okay, so that's about as much as we can do there. So that's good. So we've done 3, I'd call it successful like raids because we haven't been removed yet, but we've created 3 opportunities and 3 active NFT oncoming projects or active projects where members will log in, see our link, and might partake or join our community because of it and see the great utility we have to offer. And then obviously maybe you guys will get involved in this challenge and help us grow too. This is I'm starting the fire here, but I don't want to be the only one to carry the torch. So additionally, we're going to go, looks like we're still good. Is that our Discord that's going off? I'll try to mute the chat a little bit, but we're going to go back into the calendar and try to find a couple more. I'm only really going to look at these verified ones. This one's kind of weird. November. So they might be really early. I don't know how many followers they would have at this point. 426 is actually really, really good. That's crazy for a November project. So if we can work something out with these guys, that would be insane. They could have artificially too boosted their server. No, it looks like they're getting a lot of yeah, a lot of these members are in other servers too. So that's good. Let's go to the rules. Let's go to the chat. Their chat is very, very simplistic here, which is pretty awesome. And they've had people active within the last couple hours. So I need to copy the actual message I sent back in this one. So let's go here, and then let's take the link out. This can't be posted because it contains content blocked by the server. I'm the founder of the Altura protocol, dropping the same day. I'd love to work with Xylocats and partner our visions together. That looks kind of weird because I capitalized we. Nobody caught that. What's up, Mimi? So, okay, these guys have 400 members. I would love it if you guys went to NFT Calendar and looked up Xylocats, XYLO cats, and then you hopped in these similar projects, right? Because if you go in the same space, and even just one or two other of you people, right, and you join the same thing. Looks like somebody removed my message. I'm gonna question that. Like, why are you guys removing my messages? I was trying to collab. Watch them boot me. I'm kind of being like a shitbag right now. I'm not gonna lie, but they're probably gonna be hating on me, but it's all right because I wanna kind of get like people involved. There's no such thing as bad publicity, and during a raid when I'm trying to just spark activity, maybe they even cuss me out here, but people are going to click on me and be like, who is this guy? And they're going to see my invite link right here. So that's fine. Like, again, I'm going to come back here and we're going to look for one or two other projects that are ideally verified and have some sort of following that are coming up. The brain rot squirrels. A lot of these are kind of weird. Ongoing is, okay, so some of these are ongoing too. So again, verified collections are huge, but they also need to ideally verified collections that are on the Ethereum blockchain and have a Discord as well too. Like this one's good, and this one has a Discord. It's not verified, but 80 members. You never know. It's kind of worth our time too when they're smaller, just because. Again, I would recommend they have at least 200 members. I think that's actually in the terms. Like we want you guys to have larger, servers that you're connecting with to actually get the NFT. But a lot of times these communities need they need help growing too. So we can, even if they're smaller than us, they can help us. They can help us progress. Half of the reason they probably don't have very many members is because they have a million verification things here. So I'm gonna go to support, create a ticket. And I'm going to click on the ticket, go like that. And then just for the hell of it, and I'm just going to drop that in there. I'm going to go back to Xylocats. Okay, sweet. Message us. So I'm going to open a ticket. Sweet. Will do. Excited to see the Altura / Xylocats take off. I'm going to go here and just drop the same thing. Why can't I? It's like they have banned messages in their tickets. And that's weird because like that's where you would want somebody to post their content to do collabs and all that. I was say it doesn't let me drop the link for collab that I need to y'all in the ticket. Might be a permissions error. All right, so I'm gonna go back here and I'm gonna try to join one or two more of these. Hopefully, if anybody wants to hang out too, you guys can come and chat with me. I'd have to invite you into the studio, but we can do that at one point. This is very similar to ours, Moon Boy. It's got kind of like a futuristic vibe. Let's see how many people are in their server though. 27. It's probably not worth our time to reach out to them right now. So the other option we have is just looking at another NFT calendar. Let's go NFT drops. Oh, here we go. We can just go to OpenSea, and that's probably the big way to do it too. You don't have to go on to the calendar. We can actually just go on OpenSea itself. OpenSea probably does like promotions too, I'm sure. So if I go to Discover, if anybody knows how to get us listed on like a featured collection on OpenSea, I'd love to know. And that way we could run like a promotion for that. Like in the featured drops and stuff like that. That would be huge. So if anybody can figure that out, let me know. I'm gonna try to go in one of these other ones though that are selling for a decent amount of Ethereum. This is kind of an interesting setup. And it looks like they have 141 owners. So I'm going to go into, that's the nice part too, guys, that a lot of you aren't realizing is once we get listed on OpenSea, other people will start, finding our collection too. Will be pushed out onto the OpenSea homepage. So as you guys mint these and as you actually start owning them and accessing them and listing them, other people will be able to see that. So I'm gonna set us up too in like the drops, section of this, so people can actually see our drop coming up. But there's got to be a website right here. Looks like I don't know if they have a Discord attached to it. It looks like they have an X, but so it's kind of just like a website. So probably not the ideal collection that we want to hit up, but we can try and hit one of these that are still upcoming. Okay, so this one might not be bad. Free mint for ticket holders. Okay, so that's not ideal because it's probably not going to be the similar type of audience that we want. This one's selling for a little cheap. Here we go, 0.03 ETH. That one's not bad. It's just got really low traffic. They've only had 30 items minted. So they do have buyers though, which is nice. So I don't see a website, unfortunately. So it doesn't look like we have a ton of ways to benefit from that. But I want to get us another good one before we push back for the night. Let's see. 0.1 Ethereum. Okay, so that one's dropping soon. And it has a website. Okay, not bad. Minting 5th September. So their website's not really up to date because this says, that says August 25th, 2026. So that one's available like way in the future. So I don't know what's going on with that, but they got a decent website. I just don't see where, oh, here we go. Join us on Discord. 67 is not very great, but I will try to get us in there. Boom, 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 boom. So they did have people join today as well. I'm gonna go drop this and just see if it kicks me. Okay, so it kept my link in there. I don't really think I want to set up a whole collab with them, but I'll just leave that up there for S's and G's, shits and giggles, and that'll probably be just another opportunity that lives out there on our behalf. So again, the other way I want you guys to help do this is just find like crypto news or something like that, and we'll find these accounts and post similar things to something that's ideally a little bit more degen-y style. So posted on the 21st. How does this affect Altura? Something that really doesn't make sense to anybody, right? Even myself, but I'm just going to say that. Just so that, again, you go on these influencers' accounts that have traffic, you comment something. Now I'm the only comment on this post, and now 380 people, this is 500, this is 500 here. So they're getting considerable views, and other people come in and see that stuff as we push forward. So that's basically the way you do it. Make sure you use the hashtag Altura Raid. But I think for now, I'm going to wrap up because I have other work to do with the team and everything like that. So I'll stop sharing my screen. But I want to talk about, again, where we're going in the future. So the whitelist initially was 800. We broke that up just to make it more exponentially growing, and then we can increase the price to get you guys more value as we market and become this syndicate, give crypto a little bit more time to come back by having one more phase thrown in there. So we're only going to have 200 available for the first early buyers. That's a guaranteed upsell. That's the highest amount of profit you'll make on our collection, even just from between phases, the highest amount of increase you'll see between tokens. So if you buy now, you show the highest belief, you get the best price. You get rewarded from taking on the most risk. And we want to make that very clear. So for those of you who are believers, who actually want to push this forward, get your NFTs in this phase because it's the only time you're going to be able to do it. I'm going to try to get us listed as well off camera on OpenSea, like you just saw those drops coming in. And then people can kind of see us on the marketplace that are already minting. We'll also have that calendar like you see will be on the top drop of the day. So random people will be coming in and trying to join and mint their own. But 200 will go quick. If that's all we have and we're driving all this value in from the outside, 200 will be sold. So I want you guys to consider, again, earning your spot up on the whitelist. I'm not saying that this pre-sale is only going to be whitelist. That was never guaranteed, but I'll say that whitelist has first dibs. Whitelist is going to have the opportunity to buy these before we offer it out to anyone else because they showed their belief. And if whitelist buys it all out in the first few minutes, that's the risk you take by not participating. So again, lock in your profit by being active in the chats, active in the project, and we're going to have some insane other challenges. I already told you guys that you can go ahead and join these other servers. You can join these other projects and promote by asking for the admins of those channels, just like I did right there. You saw me join multiple different projects. If just one of them said yes, you just got your free access pass with a token that's going to run for hundreds of thousands of dollars someday. So make the decision to commit early, show the belief, and take the action accordingly. That's how manifestation works. That's how Altura works. And that's how you change your life for the better. With that said, we're back every single day, guys. Like until this is done, until it's sold out, I'm going to keep live streaming. So drop any questions you have. Follow this Rumble stream. So when I come back tomorrow with our actual podcast with Anthony and we're set up professionally, hopefully on time, we're going to get into more of the nitty gritty, talking about larger concepts. It's not just going to be raids. We'll do raids on the alternate nights, but I want you guys to see the kind of formal and informal side of this session. I appreciate everyone's time and work in this, and I'm excited to get to meet the whitelist, those of you that have put in the work to get there. And I'm excited to see your input on the art, choosing the final design of it, getting to play that significant role in the vision. It's going to be awesome. If you guys see that at all, like read the white paper, look at the website. It's so much different from any of those collections that I just showed you because they're not doing and operating in a space that is outside of just hype. We talked about that difference. So if you guys want to be more than hype, if you want to be a brand, if you want to be a syndicate, if you want the people that buy these tokens with you to be your brothers, your sisters, in a syndicate that will change every realm of entrepreneurship, you have one opportunity now because we're going to be bigger than Bitcoin or markets as a whole. Because we're real people. We're not just a token. And that changes everything for you. That access will change, just like the 1% having access to other 1%. I appreciate you all being here. Thanks for watching tonight, and I'll see you back in the Discord. The link's attached. Take care.